Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get down to it today, I would like to remind you, if you are not an organ donor, please consider becoming one. An organ donor saved my life. That is the reason why I am still here. Become an organ donor today. You never know the life that you may save with your generosity. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, share these videos. That is the way the channel grows. Plain and simple. As for the topic today, building custom arrows. Now, when I got into bow hunting, the first set of arrows I just went down to the Bass Pro, got some arrows. They were already fletched. They had the veins on them, inserts. Only thing I had to do was screw in some field tips, kick me in the butt, and out the door I went. But as my archery journey, my bow hunting journey continues, year by year, I piece little things together and I become more intrigued in doing some things myself. Before you start any arrow build, you want to know which way your bow clocks. Clocks, by the way, means which way your bow throws its arrows. Your bow's either going to clock to the left or the right. So I've marked this bare shaft right here. I'm going to shoot it, and whichever way this mark is, whether it's to the left or the right, that'll tell me which way my bow throws these arrows. Now I'm standing only about 10 feet away from my target. You don't have to stand at long distances to do this. Like I said, a short distance, 10 feet away, one rotation. Just gonna drop back, bare shaft, shoot it into the target. Once you shoot it into the target, just walk up here, look at it, and you can see this mark is to the left. That's which way my bow throws the arrows, and that is the way that I'm going to start building my arrows fletched with a left helical. Alright, let's run through the materials that we got here to put together our wonderful, accurate, custom arrows. Alright, first thing, obviously, I got 6 Black Eagle Rampage arrows. I love the Black Eagle arrows. I've been shooting them, gosh, probably about 6 or 7 years now. I enjoy these arrows. I've killed lots of game with them, deer, hogs, turkeys, all kinds of stuff with these arrows. They are the .003 straightness. Yes, you can get them in the .001, but I started out with a .003, and that is what I stuck with the entire time. They also come with the components. Now, the components, the inserts, I should say, are 50 grain stainless steel inserts. Now, for me, I've always used the stock inserts. I know now you can get real crazy with your arrow build, whether you use hidden insert technology, the hit inserts. These are half out inserts. Again, they are the inserts that come with the arrows. That's why I like them. A couple other things that I have here. Obviously, I have the gold tip grip glue. That is what I'm going to use to put the arrow, or to glue the arrow inserts on the insides. I also have the Boeing Fletch fuse. That is what I'm going to use to glue the vanes to my arrows. I use Boeing blazer vanes. I've used those again since the beginning of my archery career, my bow hunting career. Is what I've always used. I like them. They work. I don't really see a need to change. Cotton swabs, which will help clean out the inside of the arrows and also used to clean any external glue. I have a left helical fletching jig. The fletching jig was made by Arizona Easy Fletch. I can put all 3 of my veins on my arrow at the same time. It's a lot easy. Again, I always say if I can find the easiest, simplest way to do something, that is what I'm going to do. I have a Pine Ridge archery arrow spinner. I use that to test my arrows, to test how they spin, if they got a little wobble in them or not. Your arrow spinner will tell you that. The first 3 that spin correctly with no wobble, those are the ones that I'm going to fletch first. One of the things that I also have here is just a catalog. As you see, I got all my stuff set up here on the table, but when you go to wrap the arrows, you want to have something that's going to have some give. That's why I got this catalog. It's soft enough, it's got more give obviously than the table, and it'll make it easier to wrap my arrows. Let me backtrack just a little bit before we get started with wrapping these arrows. My arrows were already cut. Now I took them down to my local archery shop. I took an arrow that I was already using, had them cut my arrows so they would all be the same size. Now my arrows are 28.5 inches carbon to carbon. That is without a knock, without an insert. Once you add in the half out insert, it will bring my arrows to 29 inches. You're going to watch me do it right here. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not. Is it going to work? More than likely. But let's get into it. All right, so I got my wraps here from One Stringer. The folks at One Stringer just do a wonderful job with custom wraps. I got the Bryant land logo on it. They're numbered. Just really great quality wraps. All right, so I peeled my my wrap off, and what I want to do is I want my one to line up. So I'm done. I'm gonna move some of the stuff out of the way, and when I finish wrapping this thing, it's gonna line up with my knocks, but I'll use lighted knocks when I finish this. So I'm going to place this on here ever so gently, and one of the things you want to do is make sure it's even. As you see here, I've already messed it up. It wasn't even to begin with, so we're just trying again. Now we're getting somewhere. Now you want to press that, and then once you go, it's just a pretty easy roll, and then once that first little bit is on there, you just want to make sure that you seal it down with your, take it with your finger and seal it down here, and then we'll just continue to roll it over. All right, see, nice white. And now I got these wraps. First of all, I got them in white. My veins are white, and that's just solely so I can see blood. Hopefully not gut matter, but if I was to ever gut shoot a deer, it just makes everything show up a lot better with the white on white. So that's why I did a long white wrap, so you got more white on your arrow just to identify what you hit in your target. I'm going to take this fletching jig. Like I said, this is the Arizona Easy Fletch. It's got a little slot right here that's holding it. I'm going to pull this down. When you pull it down, this allows it to close, and that's what's going to press your veins up against your arrow. What you want to do is push it back up, put it back in this slot, and that slot right here is what is going to keep this open. And then you just peel back the jig like that. This light blue is for your knock vein. It allows you to turn so you can line up your knock vein where you want it in relation to where it is on your arrow. I just take a Q-tip and then just swab these veins, and that way get off any kind of dirt, dust, or whatever Now the thing when you're putting these vanes in, you want to make sure that they're going in the right direction. So you see I got my little vane right here. Put it down right there. That way it's not backwards. As I learned the hard way, you apply just a little bit of glue to each vein. Just enough in the seams. Now once you've done that, everything's glued. You take this, you grab it, push up, come down, and boom. Closes. Take this top, you slide it over your arrow, down, and close that. And we're gonna let this sit for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and we should have a perfectly nicely fletched and wrapped down. Alright, so honestly 2 to 3 minutes is all that you really need to let this sit so the glue can set in on those fletchings. Come back, you take this top off, come back, push up, turn, and peel these back gently, and you're going to have a beautifully left helical fletched arrow. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and put this down for a second, grab a Q-tip, get all this excess glue off of here. You come back with your fletch glue, and just as a precaution, as an extra fail-safe, you put just a dab on the back, and that helps hold the fletching in place just in case you go through. Obviously you want to shoot pass-throughs through your animals. Also helps protect it in case you've worn out your target and you can shoot pass-throughs through your target. And we'll let it dry, obviously, before we even shoot them. So now we got to insert. I want to take another Q-tip, and then these Q-tips that are no good, just going to chunk them down there. I'm going to take another Q-tip, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to swab out the inside of this arrow, because when you get these arrows cut, don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but you see how black that Q-tip is. So you take your insert, going to grab my tip grip, insert your jokes as you will. Going to take a little bit of our glue. Again, a little goes a long way. And the thing with this, you want to put it closer to the top, so it's flush and it holds. You spin it around a little bit, and then you do a little bit on the sides. Gonna come, spin that in there, push it down all the way. You can see we got a little bit extra glue. Again, take your Q-tip, get all that extra excess glue off. You have a perfectly good left helical fletched arrow, an insert that is in there, and we're gonna let these arrows sit overnight before we take them out and shoot them. Let me know in the comments your processes, your steps when it comes to building and fletching your arrows. I know some of you are probably way more meticulous than I am, but drop a comment. I'd love to hear it.